What's going on, man? Episode 2. It's your boy Himsy. Are you gonna record? No? Are you gonna start your recording?
You are so annoying.
Start it.
Literally said to you, what are we saying? Okay. Hello.
What the hell? Exactly the same from yesterday. Hello, fucking robot.
Fuck you.
Well,
I'm trying to talk to you. You've already started recording, so this is your mess.
it's fine. We'll keep it in it. Enjoy the episode, guys. If you can, like and subscribe and
Make sure to
share with your
share.
friends. Share
Yes.
with your friends. All right. Anyways, peace. Enjoy the episode.
Bye.
Do you think you got bullshit radar?
I do with you, so that makes me think sometimes when other people have like what I perceive as an incorrect intention or what I think is like not the best intention, I do sense it. And so I work around it in ways where, like, say somebody's approached me and I can tell they've not got the best intentions. I can still be kind to them. I can still be like, okay, yeah, like, that's fine. Do you. But as soon as they try and drag me into that bullshit, I'm out straight away. I turn cold very easily, like very quickly as well. I feel bad, but when there was times, like when it comes to relationships, when people have tried it with me or like tried to ask me out or like ask for my number, I've never been asked out, but when people like try and get my social media or something and I'm just like not feeling it, I'm not having it, and I know their intentions aren't the best or like aren't good, I have realized that I turn so cold instantly. They feel it. Because I have this side of me that is so intimidating. I can be so intimidating. And I have a resting bitch face as well. But only to people that don't know me and should never know me. It's like I instantly know. And so if I feel bad vibes instantly, I'm intimidating. Then people don't approach me. I'm happy about that. I've had that forever. And so it's like I have this block against negativity and like bad people with bad intentions, bad vibes, all of that. But I haven't always been able to dodge it, which is why there's a lot of things in my childhood trauma is more to do with my friend groups when I was growing up. Right. But I've been dealing with that. And in doing so, I've realized that I always knew these people were toxic, but still, just because of social standards, I thought, no, I'm going to be a true friend regardless of them being a toxic person. Which is what led to me being hurt. And so as I was growing up, I realized, no, I don't want to attract the bad people. Like, I don't care now. If someone's a toxic person, they're cut off straight away. Or like, I'm not gonna be mean to them, but I'm not gonna want to talk to them. Like, if you approach me, cool, great, you're doing great, awesome. Bye. Like, I'm going now. And it helps to know that that is how I perceive things. With friendships, with everything, because I've now attracted the best people in my life, like I've said. So I'm able to now navigate that true friendship and also receive a true friend and not just have these toxic bullshit people about me. So I think your question was, can I actually know about, like, do I have a bullshit what's it called? Radar, bullshit radar. I believe I do have one, yes.
I reckon you do. I feel like, though, I mean, how many times have you fallen for someone who you thought was genuine and turned out not to be?
I would say, let me count my fingers. 1 person, 2 person. Realistically, about 3 or 4 people.
3 or 4 people.
And again, that was growing up.
That's fine. Because if it was just 1 or 2 people, I don't think it's valid because you wouldn't have had enough people
experience,
for you to actually start to feel those things. I mean, it's all with experience, I think, to know if you know bullshit or not.
Yeah. I would say then 3 or 4 people taught me a lot. And the hurt was worth it.
Yeah. It's weird. I've always thought that. And again, I don't need to. I don't have to. There's no point. But I've always thought that other people thought that I'd bullshit shit.
By the way, just to clarify, when I said Himalaya's bullshit, I can detect, I mean like when he's waffling.
No, I know.
No, I just want to clarify it though. Because you are not a toxic person. I don't perceive you as a toxic person, and I know you're genuinely not one. And you have the best intentions no matter where you go.
Yeah.
It's literally your waffle. I can detect it instantly.
Waffling or wind-ups are different.
Yeah.
because you know that it's a jokey.
It's a light-hearted
it's a
situation.
light-hearted
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
But yeah.
But bullshitting in terms of people perceiving me a certain way, that's something that I've struggled with and dealt with for a very long time. And it was only the last 2-3 years of me going down this whole, not spiritual awakening, but it kind of is, of learning more about who I am, that I've realised that my perception of me matters more than anything else.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, these are things that you should just know. It's hard though when you've been doing it for so long.
It's kind of like you're growing an extra layer of skin. You know how they say like when you become more thick-skinned?
And it's mad because I was thick-skinned from the start. Like, come on, our family are not light-hearted.
We don't take bullshit.
They don't take bullshit, and they'll call you out on shit, and they'll call you out on things that they don't really need to call you out on, but they'll still do it because it's just the way it is. Like,
it's true.
It's just the way it is. And I'm glad they are like that. I'm so grateful like that because I am thick-skinned. However, there are times where I will have weak moments. I'll have weak moments.
They get to you,
and they get to me real good. Like, I used to think, I used to allow my feelings to judge what happens during that day. And that was bad because your feelings are not always true. And your feelings, you can't really trust them sometimes. That's not me saying that when I'm happy, I don't know if I am happy or not. I'm happy because I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Cool. If I'm sad also, I'll accept it now. But when you're telling your things like, let's say you have an encounter with someone that you haven't spoken to in ages, and you will walk away and you will overanalyze everything about that conversation, that destroys me. Because I don't know what it is, but I would be like, I could have said it like this, and fuck's sake, and I've not done this. And I could then say, oh, it doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter, the moment's gone, the moment has gone. But I'd still be running it down my mind. What's going on? How did that happen? How did I could have changed that?
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad that I started journaling, because that helps so much now. Where I write it down, the whole thing. I won't skip anything.
Yeah.
And then I look at it on the paper and I'm like, okay, it's gone from here to the paper.
Yeah.
It's there. I don't have to hold on to it.
You put pen to paper so you can let it go from here. Yeah, that's a really good technique that a lot of people I know have really like adopted and loved, because it works. It helps untangle like your just everything going on up there. And I recently heard a song that Gracie has like made, and it's about her brain feeling like her tangled necklace on her dresser. And then it's a really good song that she wrote, and then she was just like, she posted on Instagram about like, oh yeah, my brain feels like this tangled necklace on my dresser, and hopefully this will untangle just as I untangle my necklace.
Free plug.
Sure, shout out to Gracie. But yeah, and that really spoke to me, because I know a lot of people that have to like actually physically untangle something to be able to feel free in their mind as well. And that is such an interesting concept to me. And I really hope that it helps people. Like if you're in a situation where you just feel like you can't even think anymore, try something that will feel like an escape, because it might work. And that's how these people that I know that have tried it have like come across it. They've like just randomly experimented when their brain's just fried.
I mean, when you said that, my mind straight away went, I don't know, trying to find an escape is not good. But that's only because I'm thinking of escapes like
a temporary solution.
Drinking to escape those feelings, smoking, or doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you are, just to escape those things. Because those ways of trying to escape things
will increase your problems.
They are exactly like how paracetamol works. It's a numbing solution. It doesn't cure it.
Again, temporary. It's very temporary, yeah. I think everybody, when you're going through something, you need an outlet, but you have to choose a positive outlet. Something that you know won't harm yourself, but will also increase your chances of stopping the suppression. Because the more you suppress yourself or like a feeling or honestly anything going on in your life, the more you suppress it, the more deeper rooted the issue will become. I believe, anyways.
No, definitely. It's not because you carry with that. People forget that if you just don't deal with it, you don't think that because you've thrown it in the back of your head that it's not going to come around and bite you in the arse because you've not dealt with it.
Yeah.
Because it will. You will do it the worst way you could have possibly done it.
Fully.
I've had situations like that where people have done that. They've exploded, and they're not exploding at me. They're exploding at whatever they're dealing with.
Yeah. I think it takes a very like strong-minded and strong, like, I was going to say strong-hearted, I don't think that's the thing, but it takes a very strong-minded person to realize that when someone is taking things out on you, it's them going through bullshit or like them going through something that they need an outlet for. And if you become that outlet, you can turn it into a positive thing. But that is not necessarily your job unless you genuinely care for that person or unless you feel like this person needs help. Because when they are at that point where they no longer realize what they're doing, whether it's good or bad, they need a helping hand. But also they have to be willing to take that helping hand. So like, say a friend of ours came and started shouting at us for no reason. We didn't know what was happening. We were just supposed to meet up or something. And we clearly, when you know someone that well, you clearly know that something's up. And so you're either able to do something about it or ignore it. That's another responsibility that I believe I have, is when I have a friend that I know is either going through something or is just very quiet and they're not normally quiet, I would reach out first just to be like, and isn't that it? It doesn't matter who reaches out first for me, personally. I feel like if you genuinely care about someone, it won't matter who reaches out first, as long as you both end up communicating and like being there for each other. It does come down to being there for someone. And that's why that is one of my top responsibilities, because you never know when you've just, without knowing it, you've saved a life just by reaching out, but just by being like, hey, hope you're good. But yeah, that's something that I hold very dear to my heart. If I know somebody needs help, I'm not going to back down. I'm going to try and help them.
Yeah, that's weird. Do you not find that weird that we're like that? Can I say we because I'm exactly like that? I mean, I've always been, I'm not being big-headed, but I feel like I've always been the go-to guy for my friends to talk about things.
I mean, I think it comes down to how you perceive it, because personally, I think that the way we are, as good as it is, there is a bad side to it. The bad side is that we can be so selfless that we wouldn't care about our own lives in certain situations. And that's dangerous. The fact that we acknowledge that as well, like we wouldn't think twice before jumping in front of a bullet for someone we actually genuinely love. Like, and we all know that about our closest friends' family. And that is scary.
It is scary, but also, I mean, let's put it this way, I was always told I was a nice guy at school. But being nice doesn't get you that far in life. Which is a sucky thing to say, but it's the truth. You can't just be nice. Because there'll be so many people that just walk all over you. But
I believe to a certain point, when you're a genuinely nice person with thick skin, like we are, like we're very thick skinned, but we're also very nice people. And I say that in the most humble way. But there comes a point when you can recognize the people that genuinely think you're nice and want to know you because of that reason, or want to get to know you for specific reasons, versus the people that just want to walk all over you and take advantage of you. And I believe that comes with your choice. It comes down to choice. You can choose after you've had an experience where you've found someone that was genuinely your friend at the beginning, and then eventually they turned and just started using you. You have the choice to either stop being nice to them or carry on being nice to them and set boundaries. Just to be like, okay, hey, like, I'm not going to do this for you because personally I'm not okay with it. Or to recognize that, oh, this person is being very like nice in person, but then behind my back I've realized they are completely different, or they're chatting bullshit. You have the power to change anything and everything around you. I genuinely believe that. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter about how much money you have, how much anything, it doesn't matter about anything. As long as you genuinely know how much control you have, you can change anything around you.
I agree. I feel like people can change, but again, it goes back to if they're willing to. Like, someone could tell you, look, you're like this, and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever, and they just continue doing that, and later on down the line, you start realizing that everyone that I've ever met have said the same thing. So maybe it is something that I need to change. I don't know. It's hard though with the whole thing about helping others. Again, like, I hate when someone needs a helping hand, I'll help. But then they're taking my time for granted.
Okay.
You know? Just don't take my time for granted. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the busiest person in the world, but if you're not doing the things, that I've suggested, I'm still carrying on with the same thing, and then you come back to me and you say the same thing again, like, oh, this happened. I'm like, yeah, but this happened before. What have you done to change that?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like to a certain point, when someone's not having that realization that you need them to have, of like, okay, you could be doing this, this, and this. They're like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. Next time they come talk to you, you know for a fact they've not even thought about it since you've said it. Then I don't think that person, as much as they're trying to be like, oh, like, be my helping hand, is actually trying to help themselves. Because if you think about it, they're wasting your time, like you said. And they are not realizing what they're actually doing, whether it's to do with your time or theirs. Because they could just be chatting this whole time and not actively doing anything about their problems, which is creating more problems. And I feel like even I don't know the best way to help them then. Like, I don't know what the best way to deal with that situation. Because for me, I feel like it depends on the person, how close you are with them as well. Because it could really screw things up with your friendship if you go about it in the wrong way, or if you go about it in the right way, the best way possible, and they perceive it as, oh, you're telling me to fuck off. You could lose a friendship.
Well, I mean, that's why I don't ever give advice anymore. There's no point. I'll always ask if they just want to rant, which is most likely, most of the time, that is the case.
Yeah.
And I did have to learn that the hard way. Because I am someone who loves giving, and I really try to help that person, but sometimes people just want to rant. And so I'll always ask, do you want my opinion, or do you just want to rant? Because then there's no confusion. There's no, like, me giving advice and them not wanting it.
Yeah, you get to clarify the intentions and what's actually wanted from the other side, which is really good.
Honestly, I can listen all day. I can. That's how I am. And I'm not, like, listening just to be nice. I'm listening because you're my friend and I'd want to help. And if helping is even just listening, great. I love listening.
Genuinely, I think you found like the best solution, because that way, not only are you not making your friend feel a certain type of way, you're letting them know that you're there for them if they need you, and you're also there for them if they just want to rant.
That's it.
You are then also feeling in your heart that because you've clarified what this person's intentions are, whether they just want to rant or whether they want your advice, even if you give them the advice and they don't listen, you know that that's not what they wanted.
Yeah.
So then you automatically in your brain are like, okay, well, they didn't take advantage of me because all they wanted was to rant. And you've literally, you've hacked the system in a way, because you've genuinely just went, okay, well, let me ask them what they actually want.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is what it takes. So I genuinely commend you for that, because I would not have thought of that. I would have just been like, I need to meet this person in person, and I need to like have a conversation, and that would have hurt their feelings. as well as mine, because I would have felt so guilty. And that's how I genuinely think I would have gone about it. But what you've just done is the perfect way to not hurt anyone's feelings. You've
Cutting the bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Do you want my advice? I'll give it you.
You never want to get to a point in a friendship or a relationship where you feel that salty that you just need to say something or do something about it.
It's even with me now when I do want advice or whether I want advice or want to rant. The first thing I say, look, bro, I just need to rant. Or look, man, I really need to rant. Or I want your opinion on something. Then it's okay for them as well. Because then at the end of the day, it's up to me on whether I take the advice or not.
Yeah. That was very healthy.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you shared that, because I feel like I've just learned something from how to deal with like a genuine like situation that could come up.
Right.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I'm sure that'll help a lot of people out there as well.
If that helps you, give me a shout out.
Oh god. Yeah.
What would you say your funniest family memory is?
Funniest family memory. I would say the first Christmas in this house. And the reason is because not only was it the first Christmas I could drink, and my cousins could drink, my cousin sisters. So we felt like part of the over 18s group, you know, like it was just hilarious. Everyone got to a point of tipsiness where everyone was just waffling about random shit. We were playing games, we were all chilling, we were all on the same vibe. Like there was no bad vibes. There's never bad vibes with our family. And so it was just very positive and very happy and cheery. It gets to a point where you no longer care about the presents until the next day when everyone's gone. You're like, oh wait, we got presents for everyone.
The way we do it, we've always done it like this. We do it Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, everyone, and I find it so much better like that.
1000%.
Because then everybody is back home, in their own home.
In their own space,
and they're able to just take their time throughout the day.
Yes.
I know you're not supposed to do that because Christmas Day is the special day. But
I feel like Christmas Eve has always been very special to my heart because we do it that way.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day is always fun because like you got that time with your family that was desperately needed for like this whole last year. Because realistically, all families don't fully get together until Christmas Eve.
Yeah. And
when we do, it's always like for birthdays and stuff, there's always a family missing or like someone somewhere else and stuff. But Christmas Eve it's literally like we get to someone's house and we're all there. So it's like you get to interact with everyone. I love that about us.
Yeah.
Like as much as you can go to people's houses and meet them separately, when everyone's together, it's such a vibe. Like you get to see.
There's nothing like it, man. It's the best kind of high to get.
Yeah. But that was the most funny memory I've ever had with our family because there's so many parts that I just remember and I just thinking about it makes me want to laugh because so much happened, but none of it was dramatic. It was just all like fun, lighthearted, good vibes. Fucking love it. But yeah, what would you say is your favorite family memory?
There's too many to choose from, man. There's just way too many. I no, actually, no, that's a cop-out answer. I'd say you said the first Christmas in this house.
Yes.
I would say the first Christmas we ever did it. We ever did a link up down at Mum's.
I don't remember that. I was too young.
Yeah, that was so sick because it was like we had nothing planned, so we just went, "Oh, Mum's, we'll go and we'll just do a little get together down yours."
Oh, this I do remember this actually. It was like a very last minute. Oh, okay, we'll come through. Like,
I don't know if it was a last minute, but we decided we'll do it down at Mum's, and what a time, man! We had ping pong going on. And we'd mixed all the drinks, which is always fun. We all got liquored. We played loads of games. Yeah, that was a good time. I don't know, when I say it, it doesn't sound like a good time because I'm just kind of think, is that really the best one?
I think it was hilarious.
I think it was actually.
It was actually really good, especially for the guys.
It was the first time ever
we've
done something like this in ages. Because we used to when we were younger. But then we stopped. Then all of a sudden, boom, we're back again.
Yeah. When we were younger, I think it was more of like the elders were like in charge, being like, okay, yeah, let's meet up, let's do this, let's do this. But as kids, we're just like, oh, can we just not stay home? Like we just got home from school, whatever. Oh wait, no, there's no school during Christmas.
Yeah.
We just want to be home, right?
Well, maybe you, but I don't know. I was a different kind of.
Mm.
I would always be out.
I mean, it depends on whose house we're going. Like if it's Mama's house, I would always want to go because Nick's Snish, like automatically. But yeah, I think it came down to what year we were actually aware of everything that, like how much actually goes into it.
Mm.
But yeah, that was a very good Christmas. But I think it was more fun for all of you lots that actually like drank,
Yeah.
because all the sober lot. And this is hilarious because I know you don't realize all the sober lot was sitting in the living room watching Indian serials, and so it got to a point where me, Mom, and Butts looked at each other and were like, "Let's walk home," because Nanny's just chilling watching her thing. We're not gonna disturb her. So we said bye to you guys and walked home. I walked to Subway, got my
But
Subway.
you guys were in the picture that we took.
Yeah, we left at midnight though, because we were like, "Okay, Christmas is officially in our bag, guys."
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you know what? I'm glad that we've done this form and not video form.
I feel like it's a lot more comfortable.
I feel so much more comfortable, and I know that we'll have a count. Oh no, we're not doing video form. I was gonna say we'll have a count of how many times they hear my chair squeak. That's because that's all I've not like focused on, but I could every time I heard it, I'm like, oh, you can hear that.
Yeah. Also, there was a woman coughing in the background. There was a man shouting on this side.
we're in my room. The windows are open. My chair squeaky as hell. I need some WD-40 on it, 100%. Fuck me, man.
The amount of times I've refrained from grabbing my water bottle to drink some because I've been like, that's gonna make so much noise.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like this was a very healthy conversation. We both learned a lot of things
Well, you did.
about each other. I mean, as well.
About each other.
Thanks for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to share.
Yeah, please share. Please share. You know, we're trying to get this off the ground.
Yes.
It'll help. big
Hope
time.
you loved our waffling.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
See ya. See you next week.